when we started camping, we always went with CN friends.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember Fred Hendrickson?
Yeah, good times.
And some of the
Eckel.
other people.
Wayne Eckel.
Wayne Eckel. They were a wild bunch.
Yeah, they could drink a lot.
They could drink a lot. We were always the first to go to bed, Dad and I. Well, we would have our drinks too, but not to excess that we were sick the next day or anything. And had a lot of fun at Long Lake, boating, fires, some injuries. Coming home smelling smoky. I can remember we'd stop on the way home at a hamburger place and we'd walk in there. We just stunk. And
Well, of camp.
of camp, yeah. Then we'd come home. We all had to have a bath and shower. Just smelled.
And then you'd start preparing in your green scribbler for the next time.
That's right. And what? Who?
Jim Armada.
Oh yeah,
Who?
Jim Armada. He was the crew clerk, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He would be the one that took Dad's calls, sick calls.
Yeah, from Long Lake.
No, I think he was working in the yard office.
And then we went on a camping trip with Randy Glasgow. He was, remember?
Oh,
Dad's
yeah.
friend, the
Yeah.
Younger guy.
Yeah,
And there was some guy called Jim Arndt.
Argent.
Argent. Yeah, yeah. He was a good-looking guy. We bought all our furniture at 6704 from
And the
his
Grand Prix.
house
And the Grand Prix.
and the Grand Prix
Wow.
that you guys were crowded into going to Winnipeg.
Oh, I remember I was pretty comfortable.
I was on the hump, as per usual.
Is that a Challenger? Yeah. Challenger was a nice car.
Oh, it's a beautiful car. Dad bought it from our neighbor across the lane, Tracy.
Oh, I didn't think it was from Tracy.
No,
Yeah.
it was the
Johnny-
guys. It's Johnny.
Johnny.
That's right. But he was a friend of Tracy's, right?
No,
I don't think so.
no, that was before Tracy's time. I
Oh,
remember. Do you guys
Johnny,
remember
all right.
this? You guys allowed this. I went and made a bank deposit for Johnny.
You could have been.
Bank of Montreal, Londonderry Mall.
You would have been in some kind of international criminal investigation.
Yeah. And it was everything was just okay. I got sent and made a deposit.
Okay,
You're-
this
you're-
is where
you're-
Sunland was.
Mom doesn't want to talk about the criminal.
That was Sunland?
That was
I
Sunland.
don't think so.
No, it's down here more, Mom.
I think it's past here. I think it's past.
Okay, my dad worked here as a baker. He would cycle to work.
Cycle. What kind of bike did he have? This is where Sunland was.
Yeah.
Right in there.
Oh, that's right.
This is Sunland.
Yeah.
So, what kind of bike did he drive?
Oh, just a plain bike, as plain as you could have a bike.
What color?
I think it was red or maroon or something.
And he rode his bike to work.
Yeah, rode his bike to work.
Oh, cool. I didn't know that.
And
I think my grade 2 class came here for a field trip, and Gramps was up on a ladder
Right?
at the mixer, the huge mixer.
Wow.
Yeah, pretty cool.
yeah, he was the mixer. He made up the recipes. And then, of course, soda crackers, as they were called then, were made here too. That was kind of their big seller.
I thought Johnny was in trouble with the police.
He was.
Yeah, probably.
He went to jail. That's why we bought the Challenger. Does anyone remember this story?
I kind of remember.
Yeah.
You don't remember that?
No,
Wasn't there some drugs involved?
who knows? Well, you made a deposit of his earnings from something.
Jeez.
Yes, Mom.
Why would
and
you
knew about it and you let me go.
Why?
No, we were very naive in those days.
Oh yeah, but you let me go make a deposit.
That's
at
like,
Bank of Montreal.
that's a drug mule, Mom.
Yeah, I was a drug mule. I'm like Clint Eastwood. But you
You were just a runner.
She could have been charged. But I guess
Isn't that Gran Torino? Is that the name?
I guess she'd already served a summons to somebody, so this was no issue.
Oh my gosh, I'm so nervous going up to the teller.
That's hilarious, Sheldon. The things that you were made to do.
I don't remember that at all.
Maybe you didn't know. Maybe just me and Dad knew.
I don't think I don't know.
There's a lot of money too.
Really?
Yeah. All
Okay.
cash.
We're coming up to
Is
St.
it like
Francis
the Ostlers?
Church.
It was just another. It didn't phase Mom and Dad because they just handed over sacks of cash, going back to the mortgage days.
I went to Boys and Girls Club here. It was for really poor kids, and Mom put me in the group, and there was kids who, I think I was in the wrong group. Not that it was because we weren't that poor, but it was just for people, I think, without parents too. And I
Oh, like orphans.
Well, I just put you in activities. Like they had different activities. And
We did a lot of activities, tennis lessons.
yeah.
Okay. Here we are.
So what the hockey rink was back here.
Yeah. Yeah,
Tennis
when-
courts.
When we moved to 6704, this was our parish. And the Franciscans were here, who we got to know and be close with and enjoy and like. And they had tennis court here.
Like right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're driving on the tennis court.
Yeah. Skating rink where you first learned to skate, I guess, and play hockey.
And so Pops helped make rinks here.
Yes. There was a lot of flooding to be done and scraping. And then I guess the little shack where you put your skates on is gone.
This is it
Oh,
here.
there it is.
This is the shack.
Yeah.
So it used to have a hot stove in there.
Yes. And I
Man,
can
my feet
remember
were cold.
you would walk to the rink, and there was always quite a big hump of shoveled snow that you had to climb over to get onto the rink. And then when you started in the league and whatnot, the Knights of Columbus League, they had teams all over at churches all over the world. Not world. I guess it was our world. All over the city. I think your first games played in kind of a league were at St. Mary's.
St. Mary's Salesian, yeah.
Yeah.
Len Comet Haley Hockey School.
And
He just died, Len Haley.
did he?
Yeah.
Oh. And I can remember you wore Shirley's. You didn't have hockey pads. You had shin pads, but you just put them on over some kind of brown pants that you wore at home. And why they got called Shirley's, I have no idea.
Here's our church and our school.
Yeah. St. Francis of Assisi Parish, my second home. Weekly mass, many activities. I was a lecturer, liturgy committees. Everybody was confirmed here, and
Right there.
Bent over.
Shelley was baptized here by Father Anthony Sebastian
I was married here.
and married here. And you all were confirmed here. What else happened here?
We had big snow fights here. We had big snow mountains. Kids would just pound each other. So violent. In giving, we receive.
I got lines for throwing snowballs at this school. I had to write lines, and Dad taught me how to hold 3 or 4 pencils at once and do a whole bunch of lines together. Do you remember that, Dad?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's how I did my lines.
And here's St. Francis School,
Uh-huh.
where all 3 kids went from kindergarten to grade 9.
This was
Everybody was a good student here and got awards. And
This was a room where Mr. Natosky hit Remy Racine in the head with his ring.
I remember that.
Miss LaFleur's class, Mrs. Loshak's class.
This Lemieux's class, my kindergarten.
there were a few good teachers there. And there were some that weren't, that burned hockey cards and stuff on kids. What else happened here?